No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I have DJ Lucas from Western Massachusetts on the goddamn podcast. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. DJ.
Where'd the DJ ad-lib come from? Can we talk about that for a sec?
DJ ad-lib came from...
DJ ad-lib.
DJ ad-lib. DJ ad-lib came from... Oh, man.
Lucas Hosfina.
Nah. What did it come from? It came from... I just did DJ Lucas, Lucas, like that.
Right.
And I made a song called Hands, and it was way back in the day, and it was...
That's a good one.
Yeah. It was the fall of 2013.
That's an interesting concept, shouting out the DJ part as opposed to the part that comes after DJ.
I just think no one else had gone, DJ!
Nobody had really thought of it. Nobody knew it was possible.
That's all that happened. And then kids in my, around where I was, were like, DJ, because I put it in, I cut DJ Lucas off, did that echo thingy, and it caught.
So for a lot of people out there, I know my first experience with you was just seeing the Ballerina Look Like Jumpman video and actually thinking that you might be a crazy person at first. And it was kind of almost unfortunate when I looked around online and saw some interviews and stuff and realized that you were actually a pretty measured guy, because there's one scene in that video, and we can really get into all the things that went on in that video, but there's one scene where you get out of the car and it's in a snowstorm and you close the door, but then you open the door again and continue to run towards the camera rapping. And that, I think, kind of encompasses the whole DJ Lucas ethos.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely, I'm glad you caught things like that. That's definitely we're all about, our videos where we put in the be-real.
That's details.
The be-real, the details, the real shit, the shit that other people would be maybe embarrassed,
Okay. And so is that your big hit in a lot of people's minds?
Ballerina? Yeah, probably, yeah.
And so I want to talk about the video and the whole concept behind it, because there's just so many interesting visual elements going on there.
Cool. Ballerina was made by my friend Dominic, and it was shot on VHS cameras, which we always use. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you guys use VHS effects," and we actually use VHS cameras. So that's one thing. And yeah, I mean, same old for every video. We pretty much just meet up on the spot, and we're at the crib or whatever, and then we made it, And that was pretty much it. We didn't really think about it, man. We just...
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say something. This shit goes farther than Sesh with them, because a lot of people, Sesh was the people that forefronted that shit, made it popular.
The VHS cameras,
but these guys were doing rock, in bands and
we
shit.
were,
so they were doing it before, way
we didn't
before.
see it. Yeah, we were influenced really by my father,
shit.
So we weren't really influenced by as far as me and my brother, who really, began this shit with a bunch of the team,
Well, I used to film with a lot of those old cameras because we literally just didn't have new cameras yet, because they had yet to be invented. Yeah. So let's throw that out there.
We just kind of had what we had because our parents had a little bit, and then me and Dana started doing it real early. We had a MacBook, and maybe I got it maybe my mom had one, and we got passed on to us when I was in 6th grade. So we started maybe 5th grade even. So we started filming videos on the camera, right here and shit, and just making videos like that.
And at what age?
Dana has a rap video from when he was in 5th grade.
That guy was a little kid.
He's a little kid.
What about you? When you make your first rap song, or were you in bands primarily before that?
I was in bands, but my first rap song that was ever recorded, it was definitely with my brother and my friend Lang. Okay. And I was in 9th grade. When I was in 9th grade, and then they were in 8th grade. And
you were concurrently in punk bands and stuff at the same time?
That was my life. That was just my life was punk,
Okay.
Was being in a punk band.
Did you ever have any really foul, offensive punk clothing fashion decisions? You ever have a butt flap?
Nah.
No.
I had,
You wear like a crust punk?
My homie Lucas is here. We were really, this fool was really on the dog collar thing sometimes, a little kid.
Okay.
All that kind of shit in the wrist, the wristbands.
I don't want to see him with a dog collar on.
Nah.
No?
Yeah.
Is it hot?
Nah, but we were little kids, man. They're going to find the pictures.
Right. Side note, what do you think about a guy in a choker?
It's cool. It's cool.
That's cool?
I mean, it's definitely cool with me.
Shouts out Uzi.
Yeah. I've been hearing a lot about chokers lately. People are
I probably wouldn't do it, but I would rock I'm rocking the pearl, I've
seen those earrings, and I feel like that's a very based reference.
Yeah, I suppose I got it because I got my right ear pierced when I was 18.
Okay.
And I got my right ear pierced because all boys have their left ear pierced, right?
So
And
left
little-
was heterosexual, right?
So I didn't know about this whole, this gay.
You didn't know about that?
heterosexual
Okay.
thing.
That was a
No.
big deal to me when I was a kid.
No, see, I didn't know about
Okay.
that because I just didn't know. No one
Okay.
told me. So I go to the place and
Poor
get my ear
kid.
pierced. Boom.
Boom,
And I
they
get,
just assumed you were gay.
no, I don't even know if they did. It was on my birthday. It was free, and my first girlfriend ever worked at this place, so I went there, and she was there, and some weird person did it, and I got the pearl because I was just like, no one rocks a pearl, So that was just,
So you've had a pearl earring since 9th grade?
No.
Oh.
I got this when I was 18,
Oh, okay.
and then I got the pearl maybe a year after that. So I've been rocking the pearl for a good 3 years though.
See, I was thinking that it was. Remember when Lil B went on what was it, Sports Center, and he had those crazy lady
That was
earrings
recently,
on?
kind of though.
Yeah, that
I was
pretty
rocking the
recent.
pearl before that.
Oh wow, okay.
Definitely.
Lil B influenced by
My
DJ
second
Lucas.
mixtape is called "The Boy with the Pearl Earring," and it's like a reference to that painting of the girl with the pearl earring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, you have a lot of very deep references. You do
know,
good in school?
I dropped out of high school. I did okay in school.
Okay.
Yeah,
But you dropped out
I dropped out 10th grade the day I turned 16.
because you were too punk or what?
Nah, I just didn't like school.
Okay.
And I just was like, I don't know. My parents just let me rock with it. Really,
Right.
they were kind of like, you just can't really like. I wasn't really like smoking weed and like doing stuff like that. At least they didn't know. I was
Right.
doing a little bit, but I wasn't really like.
No heroin?
No, nothing bad.
Not yet?
Nothing. Nah. No,
Okay.
no.
That's still, you're still
But
yet to
fucking-
go down that road?
No, not at all. Never.
That's a stereotype when people talk about New England, though.
Yeah, man. It is sometimes, but not. I'm not like I'm going places and people are like, they definitely talk to me about it, but they don't say. They're like, "Are you on it?"
Right, yeah. It's weird when I go back to, because I'm from New England as well, and I go back and then like nobody really talks about it. And then I remember like, oh, that's something that people talk about New England doing, but it's not as much a conversation there because it's like, you personally don't really interact with that many heroin addicts on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
Just like weird people
It
on the
just
side of
depends
the
on the
street,
town,
maybe.
really.
Right, yeah.
And like it just depends on the town, and also it depends on the. There's bums in every town, but it's like really when it affects like households is when it becomes like a problem,
Right.
And that's like what's happening to an extent.
It's
Definitely
weird.
in New England.
It's weird for me because now when I go back home, I see all these crazy people downtown, and I realize like, oh, those are drug addicts. Like when I was a kid, I just thought, oh, there's a bunch of crazy people around downtown. They just walk around. That's just what they do.
Yeah, you're from New Hampshire though,
Right.
It's probably even a little bit crazy over there.
Yeah.
Where I'm from is not like that.
Very
We're from
desolate,
a
it
little,
looks
a
like.
little. We're repping South Amherst,
Okay.
Me at least, and a lot of Dark World.
See,
But,
I know how quiet that area is because I used to date this girl who went to UMass Amherst. I used to go up there.
That's North Amherst though.
Okay, yeah, and
We don't really fuck
the
with the
college
UMass
is
side.
popping,
Not
but
really.
then I'm assuming most of the area around there is not very
It's all
active.
sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's all
Right.
sorts of towns. That's why I love Mass. It's like all kinds of stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
It's
all-
hard for people to understand that like outside of Boston, outside of the major cities, there is just hundreds or thousands of small little Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, all these little towns that
That's
all
why
have their.
that's like the Dark World MO, man. Is like
Yes.
repping small towns, like real shit. Like, and that's why Sly's involved. There's my man Sly C and shit.
Yeah, I'm from Tennessee though. I ain't from there. I'm from the South Side.
But he's
That's
repping
what
a
I'm saying.
small town.
Shouts out TA. Shouts out Zay.
TA Double Dollar. That's the first
Yeah.
one he watched, which is I don't know if I've ever
Shouts
heard that
out
from
TA.
anyone.
Shouts out Black Smurf. Shouts out all them motherfuckers. You already know what's up, man.
Yeah.
TA was the one who like subtly convinced me to shave my mustache at a certain point because it's just being around somebody that hood just made me feel like I don't want to have an ironic mustache around this guy anymore.
That's funny.
Fuss with him.
But you can see that in your videos that it's very it's cool because you really represent the aesthetic of where you're from, which is kind of, a lot of people, they're making music videos for YouTube, but then they don't want to show what's outside because if they show what's outside, they're going to be like, oh, I'm in the suburbs, I'm in the woods, etc.
Yeah, man. But we're in the woods, kind of.
You got to own
We're
the
out there.
woods.
Like
Lucas
we really
don't hide from nothing.
Yeah, I don't hide from shit, man. I really will say, I'm fucking in this music, and like that's when I realized, man, it's like my story is dope. Just because it's like hip hop, and I'm just gonna do me. Like
That's why we fuck with him so much. From New York,
and
everybody in New
they
York fuck
fucking,
with him.
like I
'cause
came out there and like they're like, who the fuck is this kid? Like
Right.
why is the engineer rapping? Like that's how people feel about me. They're like I come out from behind the boards, okay, I'll be making some beats and shit. And they're like, oh, the engineer's gonna. It's like Napoleon Dynamite coming out to dance. You already know. Like that's what I am. Like I'm just like out here.
and that's how he danced.
Do you compare
He danced
yourself
like
to
Napoleon.
Really?
Yeah, I grew up.
he
I was
does.
Napoleon growing up. Like, come on, that shit came out when I was a kid.
Wait,
so,
but
and
you-
I have curly hair. Like,
But you
I
are
rap
into
really-
dancing, right?
Like yeah,
'Cause
yeah. Fuck
you
yeah.
said that out back. You were like, I've been into performative dance since I was
on
a
some real
kid.
shit. Me and my brother, we did some interpretive dances. At camp.
Interpretive, there you go,
we
yeah.
did some weird shit. We were just like, rolling around the stage, like some Enya going on.
Enya,
Shouts
wow.
out Enya. You
Shouts
already
out
know.
Enya.
We got the tattoo.
Wow, I did not expect that to
Yeah,
happen. That
let's
is an
go.
Enya tattoo. Holy
It's real
shit.
shit, man. Enya, shouts out. I'm trying to make a song with you if you see this.
Wow. There's a hardcore band called Zabalba, and one of the singers has a tattoo of the singer from the Cranberries, I believe it is. Wow, someone just farted and I heard it all the way from over here. Was that girl just walking away now?
No.
Damn, she farted. That's crazy.
Maybe. No one's going to admit to it. We're at No Jumper, bro.
No one's going to see it because it wasn't on camera, but I'm pretty sure a woman just farted. That was very, very for the culture.
Could have been a chair.
Man.
Oh, man. Okay, DJ Lucas.
DJ!
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know.
Claim.
That is to me the big thing is that, like, do you, as a kid, like when kids ask me for advice, I want to make it. There's a part of me that wants to give them the advice.
Yeah.
If you want to make it, move to LA or move to New York. But then there's another part of me that is starting to see another option where the internet has made us so connected that I think that in a lot of ways there's more value in like building up your own local scene and being very, very authentically you. And then at a certain point, people in LA or New York or wherever, they're going to see what you've built and they're going to say, okay, that's it. That's dope.
Yeah, man. That's just what it is, though. At the end of the day, it's just like the eyes are on big cities, you know? It's like people love Biggie, people love Pac, but Pac is really LA. Like Biggie's really New York, you know? And that's the eyes were on that shit. But if the eyes are on Mass or Boston or Western Mass or Springfield, Tennessee, or, you know what I mean? It's just like those were the places because the internet didn't exist in the same way. You know what I mean? And now that it's moving forward and evolving, like, it's just going to exist more. Like, everyone is finding rappers that, like, okay, Detroit's popping right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Boom. Like,
and I think a lot of like music industry people would almost rather, or not just music industry people, but just fans of the culture in general would almost think it's cooler to see a Dark World basement show with 100 kids there freaking the fuck out rather than like, oh, you come to LA and you play a 500 person venue and all the same kids come, and that's cool too. But I mean, like, if you can get 100 kids to come out in a small ass town and mosh in a basement, to a lot of people in the music industry or just in the music world, they're like, that's the shit. That's really cool.
Organic, you know what I'm saying? So it's like people fuck with that more, especially now. You feel me?
facts.
And so but explain what the moment was when you really started rapping, because you were just making the music for a while and you were doing the punk thing, but then at a certain point you decided to transition.
Yeah, man. Well, I transitioned to rapping because I moved. Well, on some real shit, the first song I ever made was a song called Deceit and Lies, and it was my man Louis Go. Shouts out Louis Go. He's really who taught me to rap on some real shit. That's my guy. And he's from Amherst and shit too. But we made a song because he was always just like, bro, we would freestyle. And he'd be like, bro, you're nice. I'm like out of high school at this point. Like I'm 23 right now. And so like I was probably like, I wasn't 21 yet. I was 20. I was 19, 20, you know, and I made some songs with him. And I had a verse I wrote in my mind called for Deceit and Lies that I had in my head for like a year. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to finally record it. Like, but I was me. I'm Lucas from Amherst. I wasn't like, I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
So I didn't think
it's a weird bridge to cross when you decide like, I'm going to be a rapper.
I moved to New York and shit by myself, and with my homie who lived up there, Teddy, and I moved into the Heights on 163rd in New York City, and I was alone, and I always been around all the homies or bands, so I'd never been by myself, you know, and I was like making beats, but like I always had a lot to say in rock or something, or at least, you know, helping the other homies with lyrics or something, so I had no voice. So then I was like, all right, I'm in here alone. I'm out in New York by myself. I'm gonna just rap on these songs for fun, like not thinking anyone would fuck with it. And then little enough, like I've been fucking with Sly maybe 2 years before I was even rapping, 3 years even maybe, for a long time, since this kid was like 15 type shit, you know?
Always just the music?
Yeah, through YouTube. Like literally found this fool, and I've just always been going back and forth on Twitter. And
Did you like and subscribe?
Yeah, definitely
Wow,
liked and
that's
subscribed,
cool.
definitely commented, you know, all that. Wow. That's my guy. Always been supporting him through afar before I really knew him. And then I made this one song called Cry and shit, and he posted a video of him dancing to it. And that's when I was like, yo, if Sly likes this in Tennessee, like this kid that I love his music, then like maybe some people will like this. Like, you know, I can keep doing it. So I made Lucas's Mansion.
Look up Cry. That shit is motherfucking hard.
Facts. And he knows, he actually said
Look
the
that
first
shit
song,
up.
what was the first song you ever listened to was Young Mr. Clean.
Yeah, no. And you said that was his, your first one?
Pretty much my first song. Definitely my first
I
thing I
didn't even
released.
know that was his first rap song, but I was like, yo, this shit is hard. And he was like, then I just recently when we went to Mass, he was like, yo, that was my first song, and you like commented on that shit, and you know, it's little shit like that.
And my guy right here, Lucas Graham, Plague Spreader.
Yeah,
he
shouts
made
out
the
to
beat.
Yeah, he made the motherfucking
So this is
beat.
my guy
Shouts
since
out to Cuz right there.
fucking in 5th grade.
Hey, he got it.
That's my guy right there.
So at what point did the Dark World name emerge? Did you decide
2011.
and that was when you decided this is going to be a collective? And what was the
Yeah.
was it a hip hop collective ideally from the beginning? rapping, or was it just art?
It started with punk bands,
Right.
2 punk bands, or 3 punk bands specifically. My man's Lucas Graham and Eric the Rat and Noah from Show Me the Body. They had a little fucking. They had a band called Rat Clone, Communal Suicide, and then we had a little band called Whirl. That was me and my brother and my homie Chris, and then we had a little band called Taxidermist. That was Lucy and Sal.
You say a little band, like these were little bands, like they didn't really go anywhere or get too
Oh
popular?
no, I don't mean
or-
like that. Just a little band, you know.
Just a little band. Okay.
I don't. Yeah, it was a long time ago, I guess is what I mean.
Right.
You know, we were young. We started those bands in 10th grade and stuff. So
Right.
these fools are in like 9th grade and they started their band. My band started in 10th grade. So
And so was it just like a
long time.
gradual transition to doing more rap stuff?
So
or?
but I was always making beats since a really young age
Right.
too. So beats were always a part, and Dana was making beats, and there was a couple other fools who were rapping and stuff like that. So you know, yeah, we came up as a mixture, definitely.
Right.
And also video, skate, you know, whatever.
You skate?
I don't really skate like that, but some of the younger homies skated.
Okay. So
But
there's
we
like
really-
skaters were part of the collective as well?
Yeah, but we weren't really skaters.
This is a loose.
I'm not gonna say we're
yeah.
skaters, but we made like cool skateboards and shit like that, and we like, you know, gave them to the kids in our town who really were good at skating and repped them,
Right.
Stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, we were just, you know, it was part of the culture.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of dabbled in the skate shit, but it wasn't like
Do,
we weren't
Do
skaters.
the kids in
I'm not a
your
skater.
area, do they get
He's a skater.
You can tray flip right now?
I couldn't share flip.
You could?
Shout out Perp.
Probably not right now.
Shout out my man's 100
Little
band.
Yo,
drunk.
shouts out Perp. Shouts out one nigga Perp. Yo, yeah, he could trade flip. That motherfucker.
You can do a lot more
Hey.
straight flip though.
That
If anybody
motherfucker-
could tray flip, let us know.
Yeah,
You could be in our video. Your phone's ringing. Who's that?
That's my man from the East. The East beckons him like a beast. That's real shit. That's my man Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Lovely.
But
Do you ever consider yourself like a writer before the hip hop thing came along? Because that to me is the real value in you as a performer. When I really look at like what your true talent is, I'm like, damn, this guy can write some shit. Man.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's how I hope to be, man. I'm from the land of poets.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
yeah.
from Amherst, man. You
That's
know,
true.
Emily Dickinson.
Yeah.
Robert Frost. Sylvia Plath went to Smith. You already know, man.
See, you don't sound like you
Elliott
dropped
Smith.
out of school. Normally, people just kind of get they start ignoring all the fine authors of our time. And,
I didn't really read though. I haven't read a book since like Holes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you just there's the first lyric that I think ever really like jumped out at me super crazy was the one song where you're saying like my grandpa's dead but I still hear his breath at
Yeah.
the cemetery. He speaks to me through the fence.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Something
Yeah.
like
At the
that.
graveyard, someone into the fence.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's to me that's like very like vivid. You're
Some
really
mad shit.
you're really painting a portrait there, and it's the kind of thing that you just would never really you don't hear a lot of rappers talk like that, even though they probably should. That kind of like descriptive writing I think is very beneficial to anyone.
Yeah, man. I just really care about lyrics. That's really what it is. Because my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. Like forever, probably always will be. And like Dedication 2, you know, those kind of that style mixtape era he had, Louisiana, all that stuff. Those lyrics were just so witty, but also like deep. And you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
And I don't know. I just felt like I was in his neighborhood, like watching him do what he was doing.
Right.
You know, painting pictures. Like that's how I explain Wayne to people. Like that's what I want to make people feel like.
Right.
So that's the goal, you know.
Do you feel like Wayne has lost touch with whatever magic he once had, or
Yeah, I think you know. But that's probably
does everybody
happens.
have to at some point?
I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't. You know, I'm gonna be out here trying my best. But if people like, if I'm whacking and it's happening, like I hope people let me know. But Wayne is like, I
Wayne's
know
still
he
got
has
it.
it in him. He has it in
Wayne's
him like
still
all
got it.
day. Like there's times where they drop songs on Hot New Hip Hop of Wayne that no one hears. Like he has a song at random song like I can't even remember what it's called, like something No DJ or something. It was some random like just little freestyle shit, and it was like, oh man, like the same Wayne. But then you know, it's just what it is. I feel like he's just getting bread. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We just talk about him.
And
Like,
we
he
all
gets bread probably.
We don't really really have like a full concept of how much we should be sympathizing with him and what he's going through with the label shit, because he really can't
have
put
no
music
idea,
out and
yeah.
everything, and that's pretty like what are you really going to do at a certain point as a rapper? That's why he puts out so
I just
many
wanna
guest
hear his
verses.
music. I just want to hear his music. That's all. You know, I think real Wayne fans like we just want to hear his music.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I listen to every tape, even if I know it's gonna be up to, like I know 1 or 2 songs. I'm gonna be like, I'll put that in my Wayne playlist. Like that song is fire.
Is there anybody else who really comes to mind that stands out as somebody who influenced you to make music early on?
Wayne, Simon and Garfunkel.
Really?
Yeah, shit like that. Definitely grew up on that kind of stuff a lot. Like made me want to like make music, you know?
Right.
Like at a young age. Beach Boys, you know, Pet Sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any punk bands in particular
Yeah,
that
Jesus Lizard, definitely my favorite band of all time.
Oh, wow.
Definitely of all time.
Yeah.
If I was to name one band, like only Jesus Lizard, definitely GOAT.
I gotta spend more time with
Bounce
him.
Breather, all those tracks.
What about your dad though? That's like seems like an interesting connection. He's
My dad
involved
is a god.
in music.
I've been
or?
doing. Yeah, my dad is a real punk.
Really?
That's just all it is.
What is he, like-
He's a Boston legend. I'll put it that way. Skeggy. That's my guy. Anyone who knows Skeggy.
Was he in a lot of
My
bands
son.
and stuff, or
He was in some bands. He was in a band called Lifeboat and stuff. He's just in some like new wave bands, like real like Talking Heads era music
Okay.
type shit. You know.
Yo, did you say he knew Gigi Allen? Because you said
Ooh.
he knew
Real
Gigi
shit.
Allen.
My dad knew Gigi Allen.
He was
Wow.
telling me on the story when we was coming down here to Cali.
yeah?
I was like, damn.
Yeah, we drove out here from Tennessee and shit. We had a good little car ride listening to your podcast. You know?
Hey, it's cool when you meet people who actually knew Gigi Allen back
Real
in the
shit,
day
my dad has some good stories about him.
right, and
Stories.
you-
His daddy got stories.
because like, oh, it's this crazy guy, and he like throws his shit at the crowd. It sounds kind
My
of
dad
like
was really there. He really seen that shit.
It sounds
you know?
funny in retrospect, but at the time when you
He's from
probably
New
wanted to kick
Hampshire.
the shit out of him, yeah,
You
I
know
know.
that.
I knew a guy who was in like a non-racist like skinhead band like back in the day, and he told me that they used to like beat him up around town because he would just be like pulling his dick out in front of little kids and shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
man. I heard he was like a cool dude, and then he just got on the smack, and like that really made him into a twisted person. But
Yeah,
I heard
they
he
need
was-
a real like.
My
Are there
dad knew
good
him before
documentaries
that. My
about
dad
him?
knew him before
when he was
had
kind of
long
normal.
hair. On the first album with Bored to Death, and like the songs that sound like Iggy Pop, like that don't sound ridiculous, like,
Right.
That are really good. That on some real shit. Always is, always was, and always has been, or whatever that album's called. That is a really influential album.
What do you think of like the late era Gigi Allen that was like pretty much straight up country?
That stuff I like a little bit more. I don't like the the 10-second like "suck my ass it smells"
Yeah.
song called that.
No, but don't you think for a while he was just making
kinda
pretty much
corny.
like standard like just punk, and like for a while like
Yeah.
eat me, eat you out, I want to eat you out.
Yeah.
It's like every other punk song you ever heard except a little bit more graphic, and then at a certain point he lost his mind.
Yeah, he's just a heroin addict, man.
Yeah. And there was just a real lack of quality control.
But
where
he's
he
a
just put out
mass
so
punk
much weird
legend,
shit.
or
He
not
is.
mass, but he's a New England punk legend. And when you're from New England, you really you can get the respect of everyone in all these states. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so.
It is weird. Like a lot of people don't understand that New England is a grouping of states and not a state.
But we're the size of we're smaller than
Yeah.
Texas. You know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah.
all together. Like the New England punk scene's very small. If you're a Boston band that's popping, you're probably going to Portland, Maine. You're probably
Oh, hell
going to
yeah.
Portsmouth,
You
New
have to.
Hampshire.
Yeah.
You're probably going to Burlington or Brattleboro. So everyone's kind of knows each other a little bit if you start going out there. You know,
Yeah.
for everything.
But do you feel much of a connection to like Boston hip hop? Like, do you consider yourself a part of that scene in any way? Or
I don't consider myself a part of Boston hip hop scene. I grew up in Boston, and I moved out in like fourth grade into in the suburb between third and fourth grade to Amherst, which is about an hour and a half from Boston.
but like that's like the main major city that you're nearby. So like, to what extent do you identify with that?
I'm a good extent. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I grew up. I think of myself as growing up in all of Mass, like Eastern and Western. But I was really born in Eastern, raised in Western. So like Western is what I like claim. But Boston is like, there's no real rapper you can name out of Boston other than Cousins is on some real shit right
Yeah,
now.
right now.
And that's why we show him a lot of love. Like we all just listen to his music. Like, I mean, his music's fire, but we really OD on his music because we're from Mass on some real shit. Like when we're driving around, we play that all day.
And like historically though, like Boston's always had a hard time creating any kind of like real.
We have legends like shout out Mr. Liff, people who know about
Right.
that kind of shit. Like
I bought a Mr. Lift CD I think in 9th grade, and I listened to
Exactly.
it a couple times, and I did not like it.
Mr. Liff and House of Pain, I think, had, and there's some other shouts out.
House of-
Big Vert.
No, but how's a painter from LA?
guy, my bad. They are. I
Yeah.
always just thought they're from Boston because he's wearing the Celtics jersey.
Everybody thinks that,
Yeah.
and then I finally fucking looked it up one day and realized that
that's
my
so
entire
corny.
childhood
Nah,
was a lie.
I kind of like that now. Now I have very little competition, man.
Yeah.
Just Stiz and Mr. Liff.
Now that you're not competing with fucking Everlast.
Oh man, I'm gonna get some flack if there's some other Mass people.
No, yeah, I mean, there's like Guru from fucking Gangstar and shit, but
Facts,
then
but he
then
claims New York kind of
very early on just made the move, started claiming Brooklyn. Can't really blame
Come
him,
on,
I
bro, you
guess.
gotta
Right?
claim Boston. Come on, that's enemy territory right there.
Do you think Boston
Facts.
has like a loser's complex, or possibly New England in general, that it kind of feels like they're not as good as maybe the rest of the Union, the United States, or that they're not valid in hip
Oh,
hop?
we think we're in hip hop.
Yeah, in
We
hip-hop
don't
is
even
where I would say
try.
it's from,
We don't
yeah.
even try,
Right.
man. What? Who have you heard from? Shouts out. There's some people from Providence probably, but other than that, I don't know. In Connecticut, Connecticut for sure, but Connecticut's kind of a different part of New England.
Yeah,
it's close to New
it's
York.
more of a New York thing.
Yeah, so it has a little bit of a different. But Hartford is close to me. So shouts out Hartford, and and there's parts. Yeah, man. There's some people that Euro who Lil Wayne signed back like a little while ago. He's from Providence.
Okay.
That's about it I can think of right
Well,
now.
no,
I'm sure
there's-
there's others, but
Yeah,
I'm
like
just- I'm not-
fucking terminology. There's like a lot of like Boston like lyrical dudes
Yeah.
from over the years and stuff.
But
There's
no, we didn't really listen to that.
no, yeah.
But we listen to Stiz because he makes like the young people music right now for us.
And you got Drake cosign.
Did he?
And really, I'm doing whatever Drake says.
I didn't know he did.
He did.
I just know he's playing the big Boston show, the big one. I don't remember what it's called.
Oh, there's a big one coming
There's
up?
like a big Boston festival we have every year. I can't remember what it's called right now. It's a hip hop festival. It's really good.
Really? That's dope.
And Stiz is on it.
Yeah, that's why one big thing that got me excited when I first saw you coming out and stuff is I was like, oh, okay, this guy could actually speak for the disenfranchised, quite often Caucasian youths in New England who don't really see what their role could be, or they don't have somebody to look to.
I feel that on a level. I wouldn't say the disenfranchised though. On some shit, because like at least where I'm from, you know what I mean. There's people who are like not well off everywhere, but yeah, I feel you. Like yeah, because like yeah, man, hip hop is popping right now, and you know white kids don't think they can be a part of it sometimes. But
Yeah.
it's just about being real. It's just about being honest and just like being true to yourself at the end of the day, and just like discussions, man. Like words just solve shit. I grew up a Quaker, so
Did you really?
facts, 100%.
So what are the assets or the aspects
That's
of?
what we work.
What's it
on
like being a
problems, man.
Quaker?
It's dope. It's dope as fuck. I don't
It's
know.
a religion, correct?
Yeah, it's like a Christian religion.
But it's more like a way of
awful.
life as well, right?
Yeah, you know, Quakers really like, you know, they were the first. They were on some like they were like we're gonna remove ourselves from the Christian church, but still be like some Christian kind of values. But we really are like we like sit in a Quaker meeting every Sunday, and we sit down and we be quiet for like an hour and a half. And
Yeah.
just sit there. And I mean, I grew up in Sunday school, you know.
Yeah.
So you go up to Sunday school, you come down for a half hour.
You still do this?
I don't do it regularly
Okay.
at all. But like, yeah, I've done it, you know. And
Right.
like, you know, in the last 4 years, I've done it a couple
Do you
times. for
consider
sure.
yourself religious
I'm
still?
not a practicing Quaker right now, but I'm
Okay.
definitely a Quaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
But culturally, or do you believe that their
I
religion is
believe in all of
accurate?
it. Yeah,
Okay.
like I'm fucking with it.
You're fucking with Jesus and stuff? Is that a
No,
big
it's
part
not.
of it?
It's not Jesus.
Oh, it's
like,
not-
It's
it's-
not. It's like we don't even believe in God. Really, we like believe like God is a part of everyone. Like God is nature. God is
Oh,
like
okay.
life. Like God is a concept.
It sounds like the
me?
Christian
It's like
Christian
what-
version of like Hinduism.
Yeah, it's Mad Eastern.
And it
For-
sounds like
I think-
meditation
I
when
think
you're
at
talking
least-
about all sitting
I
around
think it's-
quietly.
Yeah,
too.
it's nice. It's just, you know, it's like who wants to go sit down and listen to someone on Sunday when they're mad quiet? I mean,
Yeah.
they're mad tired. You go there, you're just like sitting there, you know, someone's talking to you. You're just
Oh,
like,
I could go for an hour and a half of silence.
exactly. You're
Yeah.
chilling. It's like you're awake, but you're chilling.
It was the singing along to hymns, and it's like every 10 minutes you got to stand
None of
up.
that, none of that. We're just quiet, and like you can fall asleep, and that's not disrespectful.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
Wow.
Like, I mean, if you go to a bougie ass Quaker meeting, yeah, maybe, but like the one I grew up at, no.
Really?
Like they were cool. It was at Wellesley College too. Facts. Shouts out to Wellesley friends, and I went to Cambridge Friends School growing up.
Wow, that's cool.
Quaker shit, real shit.
I just need to bring up my other favorite lyric of yours, which was the one about shout out to both of my parents. They got a beautiful marriage, and I'm not embarrassed.
Let's go. I'm not.
How's the rest of it go? That's the shit you cherish.
Yeah. Yeah. I said.
I love that.
Shouts out to both of my parents.
Yeah.
You got a wonderful marriage, and I'm not embarrassed. It's the shit you cherish.
So good. We need to be encouraging strong family unions.
Yo, Sly, come
Shout
back.
out my parents.
Come back. It's all good.
What's he doing over there? He's
don't know.
scared of
Take a piss.
He's
being-
getting a little wavy over there. Yo, let me hit this blunt.
So you think he might
I don't
actually
know, you
be
do
Max
want this?
B?
Like I've been holding
No,
on
no,
just in
no,
case.
no,
Like,
bro. Oh, bro, we're a little. I'm gonna be real. We're a little nervous over here.
yeah,
Are you really?
I've never done no.
We
type of
never done this kind of
interview.
shit,
Oh,
right?
see, I do this all the time.
You know,
This
I've
is-
done one interview like on some real shit.
I watched it.
You know?
I want to.
Shouts out Toasty.
I want to tutor
Let's
Toasty.
go. He was like, "Yo, please, like, bring me up." I'm like, I don't know if
Toasty.
we can, but like, it happened.
I have one
Toasty. Shouts
extremely
out
specific
Toasty.
complaint about it. It's not a complaint. I just thought it was really funny.
Okay, no,
is
I
that
like this.
you could tell he was really nervous, and he did this funny thing that like interviewers once in a while do if they're really nervous, where he said like every question before you answered even one question. He was like, "So what about this and this and this and this and this and this?" And he it was a compound question, and you're sitting there the whole time like, "Damn, I could have
Lucas
answered
can
so
handle
many
it.
times."
So you
already.
can-
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like,
you
don't
don't understand. Like,
Hold on, so
me,
you know about-
I'm
you know-
not like.
You know about Toasty?
No, I got introduced
Oh,
from watching that
man.
one interview.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
They
but-
close
but
friends,
you
so
see
he
the-
could
That's my
dissect all
guy
that
though. So at
shit,
the end of the day,
like-
that's my
Shouts out
guy.
Toasty.
Oh, okay.
So like pretty much like he goes to UMass and shit. He's doing his little radio show, and like I was one of the first interviews and shit, you know. And he's really out here like going hard. Like he met R.A. the Rugged Man in like a diner. and shit.
wow,
And
really?
he's like, yeah, he really hasn't done interviews. So like, it's just funny that you've seen it.
Not
Like,
hating on Toasty
no,
at all.
no,
I think
no.
you probably have
if
a big
anything,
future.
bro, listen to what Adam said. Come on, you know this man's out here, so
Yeah.
take his criticism
Good
and
critique.
rock
It's
with
good
it, my
critique.
guy.
He just needs to watch that one question that he
Facts,
asked because
bro.
it's hilarious.
That's
Because
probably
it's
his
so
second
many.
interview,
Space him
though,
out.
you know?
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
So we out
That's the
here.
homie though, and he doing things. It's good.
It's not
good.
easy, you know. People
know-
think doing interviews is easy, like either being interviewed or doing the interview, and there's a bit to it, you know.
This is
Yeah, we
got
to roll another one though on some real shit. Now we're in the studio.
I was
after
like
this,
not passing it to him. I've been over here quiet, like
I
I'm
need
trying
that.
to.
You know how much I talk, but I'm a real talker. Like I'll talk you. I could talk you.
He's a real blunt holder too.
I knew
like,
you were going to just be
hold on,
talking
He
the whole
don't
time.
pass the blunt. He just starts.
He's a storyteller.
I'm the new Birdman.
Not even. He just first is the story and then the pacing. He just starts pacing.
Okay, but is he the type to take your blunt and then start
Yeah,
Snapchatting
why not?
with the blunt? Oh god.
FaceTiming mostly, not
Oh,
Snapchatting.
that's even worse. That takes
He's
even
just-
longer.
He's just wrapped up in
There's
this
no
thing,
time
like-
limit on the FaceTime.
I don't
the Snapchat
Snapchat with the
was-
smoking. Like I just smoke so much that
Also,
that I don't
Lucas
gotta do
drives
that.
and we don't.
You drive.
See, I drive. I really drive.
So they're like low key
really
using
drive
you.
a
He's
car.
been giving us shit this whole time because we don't drive.
Because
and
they're
he
from
has to
the
drive
city,
around
yo.
everywhere.
You already know what time it is.
Oh
with
yeah,
them.
in New York nobody
They're
drives.
like,
So
well,
don't have
we
my
gotta go
license.
here. I'm like, yeah, you understand that means we have to walk to the car, we have to get in the car, we have to drive to the place, we have to park at the place, we have to get back in the car, park back in Beverly Hills.
Should
Where
we
we
tell him
stay.
about what happened in the car last night?
Nah.
what happened? You got some top, sloppy top.
Oh man.
You got the top in the
that
car?
definitely didn't happen.
No,
That's
okay.
not. It was a negative
no.
thing.
Okay, a negative.
But
thing.
everything is okay.
Everything is okay, but it was a little accident in Skid Row. That's all I'll say.
Oh, Skid Row.
That's all I'll say. On some real shit, I'll tell you later. But
You know what? I
Yeah,
got
my
put
bad.
onto
I didn't mean to
game.
Put you on blast.
nah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
all good.
You know what you do?
know?
You go to Skid Row and you ask the junkies if
parents
they
are
have
gonna see
lean,
this.
and then they'll sell you their lean that they get from the government. I'm told that this works.
Oh man, I don't know
I
about
don't know
that.
about that.
But
Seems
we,
kinda fucked up to
we
me,
all
too.
good. I'll put it that way.
Okay,
That's
no
not-
We
lean.
all no. We all good.
You have lean.
It's
You rob somebody for some lean.
No, we don't do anything.
You don't do lean.
Nothing like that.
Okay,
I'm saying, we're on beer.
you're on bear.
I've been on beer and weed.
Really?
Yeah, man.
So you don't go past that on the drug spectrum. You don't go into the fun, interesting stuff, or no?
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Okay. Well,
I
let's
mean,
keep it positive for the
like,
kids, yeah.
no, it's not.
I'm
just
scared
that.
of the drugs.
It's just like on
fucks
some
with
real
the
shit.
soft.
Yeah, sure. I've dabbled around like that. But like,
First with the soft, I'm gonna keep it real.
The
yeah,
soft.
you gotta say it, yo.
Shouts out
Had to
Tennessee.
come.
I know I love the sauce.
I'm gonna put it
Come
this
clean.
way. I'm gonna put it this way.
know.
I don't fuck with the soft, but Sly got me fucking with the soft.
Hey, you already know, we in Tennessee. You ready? Hey, shouts out Tennessee.
You need to
Shouts out
put your
Tennessee.
headphones on, and also I'm gonna angle this slightly more. Too.
Sly's lit though.
Slides in the building.
Shouts out.
You're saying a lot of important things. I want to make sure that we can hear it.
It's a different lifestyle down there.
But it's not like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we just be chilling, man. We just really, we're really about this. We're about this music, money,
About the soft life.
No,
About not overdoing it. Not
is.
overdoing it. Just
I'm not gonna
overdoing
lie.
it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. But we're just, yeah, man. We really we do this, and if you see us in person, we're gonna be on our toes at all times. It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be face plants. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's gonna be chilling.
Hey,
and
so-
it's gonna be conversations, and it's gonna be,
You know what? I was bummed out when I realized that because I got put on you and I thought nobody knew about you, and then I was like, "Fuck!" He had a Fader video and he was on tour with Wiki, Antoine Fucks was on. He got
yeah.
songs all them. I'm like, God damn,
You're
there's a
late, bro,
I
you
was
know?
late. I
You're
thought I
late.
was really on some virgin territory.
You know why though? Because I don't know why. I can't say that, but like at the end of the day, I just really worked hard, man. I worked really hard, and I like gave. I really went through. I really did this. I really put my face out there. I don't know. It's just I'm happy to be here. It makes me fucking.
Can we talk
feel
about
blessed,
the
bro.
Secret Circle connection? I want to know
Secret
what those
Circle.
guys are like.
Yeah.
How you linked up with them?
Okay, I mean, Wiki's been my guy since day one on some real shit. Since
Yeah,
Racking
shout out
toured,
Wiki.
yeah, Wiki is. And
That's a New York god right there.
Yeah.
Like, he
Oh,
really,
you know him from the New York connection.
He
Okay,
really
yeah.
no. He knew
No.
Wiki is. They low key knew each other before I even knew.
let me. I don't think they introduced themselves yet.
That is true, and they,
Let me do that
They
real
were
quick.
about to in the original version before I realized we weren't recording.
Facts. Let's get that real quick. Who are you?
Cal, Vinny Six Names, Zarquan,
You already
Juice
know.
Wayne.
The man of many
Knock
names.
knock.
My guy.
Shout out NSP.
He's got a Yankees logo on his hat. That's all you need to know
He's
about
from
him.
New York. You already know.
There we go.
And a Jay Z
Hello.
shirt. You're
But,
so-
but look, I fuck with Mass now. I never thought I would, but
Gucci slides.
He's really like take your Red Sox hat off in the crib.
Jay
No, but
Z
I'm just
T-shirt,
fucking with
Gucci slides. What kind of pants are those?
G Star.
Oh my God, he's so New York.
It's facts. It's facts, B. You feel me? It's really New York.
Oh,
Like,
he's a
we
grimy
really do
shooter
this.
and some G
Shouts out New
stars.
York,
This is so
man, my
good. I
people
love
out
it.
there.
Oh my God.
You already know, man.
Okay, and so then we have you were trying to compare him to Max B to me earlier, and you keep calling him wavy. I think you're trying to set him up.
Look, it's the glasses
It's
and the
Easy
swag
E.
right now. He look like Easy E mixed with Max B. You know, like come on. Tell me
Easy
nah.
E's Mexican brother.
my
Got
guy.
the Gucci
Slide.
shades on right here from the 80s.
Hey, get in the mic.
Introduce
Mic, mic, mic,
yourself
mic.
though. Who are you?
Yeah.
Mexican, but, hey,
Who are you?
I'm Sly C, you know, I'm from everybody, you know, I'm from Springfield, Tennessee, you know, shouts out Springfield, shouts out Nashville, shouts out Memphis, you feel me? We out here. You already know what it is, man.
All facts.
We out here.
That is my fucking guy. You don't understand how happy it makes me to fucking bring my guy Sly up here. You don't know.
I'm happy too. Giving Sly a chance. All right, hey,
We out here, yo.
riddle me this.
He's giving me a chance.
So say somebody is very, very familiar with you, and then they want to get deeper into the dark world levels. Who are, in what order, what different characters should the people then start researching and learning about from you? Assuming that you're sort of like the head of the empire.
Yeah, I mean, I can't put it in a list like that. But like, you know, you just go on YouTube and you're going to find the hits. Like, I feel like the hits get attached to each other, you know? Like, a lot of homies have made really good songs.
True.
And like, there's some homies, you know, that people only know 1 or 2 songs, but they're really good songs. And, you know, it's a really talented crew. But, you know, there's Dark World is just like, it's just a crew, man. Like, we just been making music forever. It's just the name of the brand, really, at the end of the day, you know? Like, people have come in and out of Dark World forever. Like, Dark World is just a thing. Dark World is just, it exists by itself. Like, it's on my knuckles, you know what I mean?
And do you take, wait, how did you do it with the fact that you have, world has 5 letters and you only have 4?
I had to do it with the no O, you know, on that whole era shit, right? Because it was happening. I got this in like, Lucas was there. I can't remember the year. It's got 2011.
WRLD.
Yeah, 2011. So, you know, it was that whole wave where people were taking out vowels.
Very true.
I know. So I thought it was okay. But now, yeah, I can't regret it. I like it. I don't regret it.
I mean,
It got me this far.
if you had done a V instead of the triangle for the A in dark, then I would have been like, damn, that kind of hurts.
Yeah, man. I did the triangle wheel. People always be like, Dork World. And when they comment that, I'm like, yo, fuck you.
Dork World.
I'm
Wow.
like, you already know that it's not Dork World. You know it's Dark World. Like, don't, like, oh, Dork World.
That's
It's
fucked
okay,
up.
I'm like, yo, people,
Lucas, it's okay.
people were doing that to me when I was working at the movie theater. You know, when I was in 11th grade, they were saying, "Oh, Dork World." Now look, I'm on No Jumper.
Wait, they let you work at the movie theater with hand tattoos?
What?
They let you work at the movie theater with hand tattoos?
My mom booked it, so we were good. You know, but I got fired
For what?
for just showing up late too
Just
much.
eating mad popcorn, low key?
Nah, it was all good with that.
Oh, it was all good with that.
But nah, I was young.
Sometimes it's the most simple insults that hurt the most. Like, I remember back as a kid, like, sometimes they would call me ad dumb.
Yeah, bro. Lucas Mucus.
Oh, Pucus? Something like that, maybe?
Yeah, Lucas Mucus, and for whatever reason, Luke Skywalker always pissed us because I'm not Luke, and I get mad when people call me Luke.
Oh,
I
cool
get mad
hands,
when
Luke,
people-
yeah.
It's not mad. I'm not mad, but it's like
That's not me.
Luke is like, you got to be. Yeah, man. I don't know. My mom can call me Luke.
But there's 2 very different ways to handle a nickname. It's either you own it and just be like, all right, cool. Or you fight against it and say, no, I'm going to beat you up if you call me that.
Yeah, I didn't have that many nicknames. I don't think. I can't.
I used to be Grammy for Grand Mason, and it was Grammy.
That was you.
That was before I was Adam 22. I was Grammy for a couple of years. So
That's
Grammy.
How did that come about?
Yeah,
my last name's Graham Mason.
Yo,
Grand Mason, so it kind of sounds like Grammy. I'm like,
Your whole last name is Grand
Yo,
Mason?
you just
Yeah.
really fucked up. I'm gonna let you know that.
by telling people.
You
Oh,
do
I'm
by
down though.
telling me.
I
Is
kind of
this
like that
common
name.
knowledge? People know
We'll
this?
see what happens.
No,
You'll see.
I don't know if I've ever talked about it on here. I probably
You
have.
to bleep that out.
Oh no, I'm ready. I'm into Grammy,
It's not
Grandma
on your-
Ma,
you
like
got a
Shaq, man.
Wikipedia?
Or who's the best?
No,
one?
no, it's not a bad name. It's just the fact that I'm gonna have to like call you out
Oh,
for
I'm
the rest
down.
of
Mason,
the
are
You
you
call
a
me
Mason? Do you have Freemasons in your family?
A lot of people ask me that. Not that I know of. No, not my dad.
A lot of people ask me that.
Probably.
No, that's like the new thing that people say to me about my last name. Is it's like, oh, are you a Mason? Because
What's your
Grand
last name?
Mason.
My last
Grand
name is-
Mason.
That's what it comes from. My last name is Skinner.
Oh.
Like it was at one point.
Well, you know what a
Someone was
Skinner
skinning
is in
something.
jail, right?
What?
I'm not even gonna tell you because
It's a jail.
it's a slang term in jail
We gotta
from
look it
back
up
in the
on
day.
Urban Dictionary or
I'm not
something.
even gonna say what it is because it's like the worst thing you could be in the whole world. So
Okay, so don't say it.
Listen,
I don't know
Well,
what you're
I'm
talking
no,
about.
you're Principal Skinner.
Cal's not that.
I like
Cal's
that,
not
yeah.
that. Come on, man.
Because Principal Skinner was fucking fire, dude. Principal Skinner was like one of the funniest characters in the history of
Yo,
Simpsons.
he had the
Why
lady.
you had to take it there with the prison shit though? I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's bad.
Hold on. Listen, since y'all talking about the Freemason shit.
Uh-oh.
Okay, listen. I'm from Springfield, Tennessee. It's a small town, so it's kind of sketchy just off bat.
Freemason.
But there's this like spot. There's a whole Freemason building. They got the symbols around it, and they got the fucking 666 on it. And literally, it's a band for the most part.
666.
No, literally, and it's like it's not like some graffiti shit. It's like literally like like real, like some like this type shit. You feel me? Like real shit. So it's like every time we go past it, it's just kind of sketchy because it's like, yo, we never see nobody off there, but in the building. But like one day we was driving, it was mad dark outside, and we just seen one person leaving the building. We're like, we thought it was abandoned for the most part, but it's like shit be really going down. That shit's still alive. Like,
Right.
You feel me? It's just in small towns and.
And also, if you use one of their
Freemason
logos,
shit,
they're
man.
kind of like the Hell's Angels in the sense that like if you use one of
we
their
gotta-
logos,
they got-
they will come for you.
They
And
got the motherfucking. They got it on there.
Yeah.
It's official, and it's like it's scary because people are like, oh shit, that's the Illuminati building. We think it's like abandoned but it's not. Motherfuckers we be seeing, and it's just like they make it very low key.
Yeah.
It's like late at night type shit, and I'm gonna speak for myself because I seen it. It's real.
I feel
go.
like if there is an Illuminati, I'm probably gonna know about it soon, and I'll probably be able to get you guys in too.
Let
so.
me know. Yeah.
Don't affiliate me with
Definitely
that
let
shit.
me know. Definitely let me know. I'm going to the top, man.
I feel like in the hood,
I'm
people
all
are kind
the
of
way.
like really actually worried about the Illuminati. Like it's a big concern.
People where I live
I
will
ain't
definitely
trying to
think
be
about
with
that
it.
shit all the time, bro.
Really?
You know? Yeah. What? We're thinking about fucking aliens and all that shit, and kids are just like trying to talk to me. The world is
Ancient
flat,
alien.
you know. We were talking about that shit the other day, you know.
Yeah, we had a deep conversation because we just had a lot of time coming down here.
We drove from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I drove from Mass, you know.
Yeah.
And I hooked you up with Chapo on your way here, which I think is the idea of you and him hanging out together is
I
just
pulled
so
up
great
on
to me.
Chapo. That's my guy.
You didn't get any photos with him, huh?
I got a couple.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
there's,
see
there's
him,
one or
but-
two on my Instagram. I just started following Instagram like the other
Lucas
day when I
don't
was
do it
here.
for the gram.
I don't do it for the gram though. I'm gonna be real. I do it for
Shout out
me.
Lucas Graham.
For
Right.
me, you know. I do it for me, man.
But what was that experience like? Because he's a pretty ridiculous character online. How did he live up to it?
Yeah, man. He definitely lived up to it.
Yeah.
Like he just keeps it real. He's my guy. He's just a nice ass dude. Also though, but like you know, he's Chapo, man.
It's
he's
cool
fucking
because
Chapo.
he said that he was sober when you hung out with him, which I have not personally ever hung out with a sober Chapo. I've hung out with extremely fucked up Chapo a few times, but
Yeah, my man was just chilling.
I guess when you're home,
we were just
when you're-
making music, man, and it was nice. He bought me some food and shit. He showed me some love.
where'd you guys go?
We went to a gas station and shit. He bought me he was like, you ever had a gyro? And I was like, nah, honestly. Like I seen him and shit like in the South, but I haven't really had it. He was like, I'm gonna get you one. I was like, bet.
If you could take Chapo, like if
That's my
Chapo,
guy, though.
if he
And
was
his
at your
brother, shout out
house and you
TJ.
had to go get him some food, where like I'm gonna show you a little slice of life, Western Mass. Where are you taking him?
Antodio's, I guess, if he likes pizza, like it's good pizza. Really, really good pizza place. I think.
That's the one by Eras Grill.
No.
That one was not good.
Come on, you gotta show them love. That sounds.
Do you eat most of your meals at home when you're at home? Yeah, you kind of have to because it's not like you got to drive kind of far. There's not that much variety. That's a problem out here. There's way too much food.
After like 11, you gotta go to McDonald's, obviously, and we're up late. You know,
Right.
So
That's
that's a bummer. But you know, we're gonna eat it.
What's your favorite fast food? You should get endorsed.
Popeyes.
No, what are we talking about? Come on.
Duncan.
Oh,
And you know what?
Yeah,
On
let's keep it local. Yeah.
On some real shit. I was gonna say this at the beginning. What the fuck are you drinking?
Oh,
Aren't you from New England?
Do you know how far Dunkin' Donuts is from here? It's like not nearby.
Nah. I just heard about the new LA. We got one just opened too.
Okay, you're right. There are a bunch of them in LA now, but they're not exactly like Starbucks where they're on every
And you
corner.
know what, man? Duncan is
You're right.
not good. Is good anywhere other than New England. They really know how to make it. And if you pull up to some
you don't think it's
small
good
town
out
in
here?
New- it's different. If you pull up to some
Oh,
town in New
Jesus
Hampshire,
Christ.
some small town, you're gonna assume, oh, that's like the prime Duncan. That's like
I'm
going
not
to
a Dunkin'
the.
coffee fan.
Oh.
That shit is not good, really.
You don't like the Dunkin's coffee?
I don't care if you don't
the
like
cups
it.
are good.
I might
but
have to turn your mic off.
The cups are
I'm
nice.
just kidding.
It's really not that good. Maybe in Mass, he said it's different flavors.
Yo, the
but-
New York Duncans are disgusting.
Thank you.
Oh my
They're
God, yes.
horrible.
It's the trap
I, went,
spot. Yeah.
I can't go there. I fell asleep in that place so many times in Soho.
He used to make beats in Dunkin'
Yeah,
Donuts.
But it's
I
like-
make beats in Soho.
It's always
and
like a
Dunkin'
kiosk.
Donuts. Real
Like
shit.
Dunkin' Donuts, they make it so that there's like 2 seats, so they don't have to have a bathroom, and then like they don't have
the
to have any
kiosk shits.
facilities. Yeah.
I don't fuck with those ones, man. I can't go to those. They really disrespect the name of Duncan. And I'm like getting a tattoo and everything. Like,
Well, what
I
about
really
the
am
breakfast
about it.
sandwiches? How do you feel about them? Which one do you go with?
I get sausage and cheese on a croissant with no egg because the egg is really weird.
I think the croissant is the move. Yeah.
Yeah, but the sausage and cheese, like, you know, the meat is like the same as some McDonald's meat, so I can't really like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like people are like, oh, the meat there is gross. I'm like, but we just love McDonald's. Like, it's all the same meat.
But as
you know?
I get older, I'm more and more disgusted by the idea of those like pre-made egg things that like are come
the
inside of
eggs
plastic.
are wild because eggs are so easy to make, especially like the towns we live in.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it
Spend the
pisses me
extra
off.
20 cents to make me a fresh egg.
Yeah, I'd rather
Jesus.
spend like another 50 cents on a real egg. Like,
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, that's why New York is dope. He's got the deli sandwich, like, it's different every
New
place.
York's all about that.
You eat cheap. You eat like fast food prices in New York at a deli. If you are in Brooklyn or the right deli.
I'm just gonna reiterate my support for Popeyes.
Yeah,
Popeyes
we don't
over
have that
KFC.
really like where I live.
Very true.
I mean, it's out there. It's in Chicopee area. Holyoke, all that. But we don't. We just got Wendy's, McDonald's, Duncan. A lot of Duncans.
Lots of Duncans.
Lots of Duncans.
What if you were just gonna get a single donut? Which one would you go with?
Oh God, what is it? Like the maple glazed.
Maple glazed. Okay, that's
Some
a
real
fair
New
one.
England shit.
What about pumpkin? I like pumpkin a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
when they
down.
have it.
Yeah, New England stuff, man. I like that stuff.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
I like that.
It's such a big part of New England culture, Dunkin' Donuts, because nobody could ever
People
understand
don't really
how many
understand
there
it's like
are.
really a way of life. Like I know that like some fast food places are like that for other people, like Wawa and Phillies.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
Wawa.
true.
We got Dunkin' and we got Cumbies, and that's
Yeah.
what we rock with in New England.
How do you become a beloved fast food chain? It's so crazy to me when you think about how much
Man,
bad press
on some real-
McDonald's gets, and then you don't hear that about 7-Eleven or Burger King,
Man, I don't know, but Dunkin' is really doing it right, and they
Yeah.
should sponsor me.
From a branding perspective, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You need that check.
Because I really am out here to support them. Like I really fuck with them. It's not even on some
and
money
he brings
shit.
them
I
business.
definitely bring them business.
Backwood should give me bread.
Yeah, they should give him bread. They should see how many.
My conversion rate is crazy.
But that's the
like,
problem with Backwoods is that they already know everybody's smoking them, so they'll
know, but
maybe
he's
they'll
doing
hook you
what
up, but they never give anybody money. The best, like even
don't
the
need
biggest
money.
rappers, they get like a box of free
Well,
Backwoods.
he needs that.
Well,
at
I need
least.
that at least.
Yeah, from my
Like,
experience.
Because he smokes as many as these fools. I swear.
I got sponsored by Backwoods. They were sending
And
me
I've converted a
packages,
lot of people.
and then they changed the laws so that you couldn't mail like cigars like that the same way. So then it was
probably didn't mask.
Then,
because we're
then it
bougie.
became like, oh, we'll stop by and hook you up, but you're not going to get like a big old monthly box, which was kind of disappointing.
Man.
I try to boycott it every couple months.
Backwoods.
Yeah.
What do you smoke?
Yeah.
Just spliffs?
Not fronto, but I started smoking Dutchess, but then I changed over to Backwoods, and I brought a lot of people with me.
Right.
And I've been smoking for a while now, and I get sick of them every once in a while. I
Big
just get
cultural
mad at
change
myself.
of New York switching from Dutchess to Backwoods. I feel
Yeah.
like almost everybody in New York has probably had to deal with that over the past few years.
in the past 2 years, but
Yeah.
And I got whatever. I don't like this. I'm not trying to backwood brag.
I have like 100. I have 100 of these weed pen capsules right now, and I'm really thinking about making an attempt at switching off the woods and just using this little pen thing. Because I have
man,
so
that
many.
stuff is cool. Yeah, man. Whatever whatever floats your boat.
Are you committed to the backwood lifestyle, or any particular
man.
preference there?
No, I can't smoke weed unless it's out backwards. Right now. Yeah,
That's good.
it's been a while.
Do you identify as a ginger?
Yep. Gingers have fucking souls. New album coming soon. Announcing it now. Gingers have souls. We really do, man. We really do.
Do you consider yourself part of a minority, an oppressed minority group
No,
as a ginger?
absolutely
No,
not.
okay.
I don't really consider. I consider myself Lucas. Yeah. DJ.
But does it bother you in any way, like the
English
horrible things that people have said about your culture?
On
and-
some real shit, like it used to hurt my feelings, the ginger jokes, because there was a second where it was like a wave to make fun of you,
Yes.
me, because Napoleon Dynamite, I'll vote for Pedro, vote for me, right? And then I like gingers have souls.
You really
For Pedro.
What
Because
do
he
you
really
fucking
dances
mean?
like Napoleon.
I know, I gotta see that,
that. He was
No,
in
he
front of the
does
stores,
dance like
in front of
Napoleon.
the store, scaring people, doing
Right.
it.
No, I Snapchatted him and he just happened to be like dancing for some reason, and
I'm
it just
always
really stood out
dancing.
to me. Like, wow,
I
that
was-
was a weird dance.
I was galloping down the street the other day. Remember, like in
Yeah,
gym class
galloping
back in the
to the
day, where they'd be
bag.
like, "All right, now gallop," and you'd have to like run
Right.
like that. Yeah, I was doing that down the street the other day.
Was there anything worse than gym class, man?
I love gym class.
Really?
Facts.
Yeah, gym
Because I was
class.
at Quaker school and then I was at
Oh, God.
Smith College campus
Oh, wow.
school. So it was like all these Smith kids, and I was
my
from
God.
Amherst, and it was just a day.
Smith College is like the social justice, extreme leftist center of the universe, basically, right?
I mean,
From what I've
I
heard.
guess some people, yeah, to an extent. I mean, where I'm
Yeah.
from is Massachusetts, man. I'll
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yeah,
It's
Massachusetts.
Western Mass,
Are your parents extreme liberals, and you are as well?
I wouldn't say they're extreme liberals, but they're definitely liberal.
Yeah.
But they're not extreme liberals.
That's a big part of New England culture, just like
we
Dunkin'
have
Donuts.
a split household in some ways. Like some decisions aren't always my parents don't always agree.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. Like with politicians.
Oh, okay. So
But
your
it's not
dad
on
voted
some-
for Trump and your
Nah,
mom voted for Hillary.
No. Never on the fully conservative
Okay.
side, but maybe with an independent or maybe with the
Right.
I'm not gonna say who they voted for, but like
Yeah, that is weird.
you know what I mean. But I'm gonna just it's just we're in Massachusetts, all sorts of people, but my town in particular, yeah, super liberal,
Yeah.
our area.
So are you a huge Sox fan or just a fan of the memorabilia?
Oh man, I was a huge
merch.
Sox fan growing up.
Right.
You know, like a lot of kids were, into sports. So I'm not keeping up with them, but I know the names, I know the faces. If they're going to the playoffs, I'm watching it.
Okay.
You know? But I'm a Celtics fan. Like I'll watch their regular season games.
Okay.
On some like Celtics.
And were you a talented basketball player at one point in your life?
I mean, I think so. It's like you gotta say, yeah. I was nice. Fuck yeah. I
Ryder
was
says
nice.
hi.
I'll play anyone.
You will.
Yeah, I'm trying to like start a little thing where I like DJ plays anyone. Like I'm gonna challenge people, and like I'm gonna put up a YouTube video, and like we'll see, who really plays ball out here because I'll really play ball.
He's been talking shit for a while.
Yeah, I really
We've been
play
supposed to play.
ball. This fool hasn't played me. I know him for so long. He was like, I'm like, nice, cool, I'm nice.
You guys need to go to the Rucker at
He's
like
tall.
5 o'clock in the morning and just face off.
I really play. Like
Yeah.
I really will go play, and in the boots, in my Timbs, and my fucking jeans. Like I don't,
And your boots and your Timbs. You really are ready to do this in New York. Hey, why did you end up leaving New York?
Timbs and Bass. I didn't even know about that.
Why did you leave New York? Like you moved there for a while. Was that you trying to like really figure out your life and
I
make
was just
something out
doing
of
that.
yourself?
A lot of kids in Western Mass, like, all right, we're
gotta,
3
yeah.
hours from New York City, so it's like you move to Boston, you move to New York. That's some kid's path. That's a path.
But then you didn't
Boom.
like it or what?
It was not. I didn't like it. It's just really expensive, and also like it's just different, man. I liked my little Amherst life.
That was like
Now-
kind of where we met though when he first moved, like when we got close. And he moved to Decatur. Shout out to Decatur.
Facts. That's why I moved to New York. Then I came back. Then I got a little, I got a little clout, and I got a little sublet out there. That's when I met you officially. First time I met him, I was actually like I DJ an art show that this man put on way back in the day in Harlem,
Yeah.
and he had a little art show and shit for Nocturnal Sons Posse, which is their squad. And he was just like, who the fuck is this random kid with a red Sox?
He was the first person to pull up. This shit was empty and he had a Red Sox hat on.
and that's not cool. Like especially this fool.
In New York, that stands out like you've got a friggin'
Not
scarlet
really.
letter on your head.
It's not that big a deal
It's
anymore.
different, man.
Oh, it's not
Boston,
anymore.
we're gonna
Everybody
kill you
knows
in
what-
Boston. But
In
New
Boston,
York,
it's a big deal
man.
because Boston's been on the losing side of history. Let's be honest here.
But not lately. In the past 10 years,
Well,
they've been killing
sports-wise,
it.
I mean,
But in the past 10 years, they got more shit.
The Yankees been a little bit,
But wait, didn't the Sox only won one series like in the past forever, right?
Oh, they won like,
we're doing
didn't they
okay.
get like 3? Like,
We've gotten in since. Come on. Since
Oh,
the-
see, I
since the
don't
curse
really
is
know.
broken.
I'm just kind of.
Now we're doing okay out here, man. And Boston sports, and the Pats. Come on,
Yeah.
we be fucking just cheating,
yeah,
crazy,
pulled up with the Red Sox hat.
deflating everything.
But I remember hearing that, like, oh, if you go to a bar in Southie and you got a Yankees hat on, they'll make you take it off before they serve you. But then, meanwhile, in Brooklyn,
that's
if you got a Red
facts.
Sox hat, it's kind of like, you got a Red Sox hat. That's funny.
Well, no, you know why? Because there's a lot of different kinds of people in New York, and a lot of people fuck with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it that way. In Boston, there's no one's fucking with the Yankees.
Yeah.
And if you are from New York and you move to Boston, just don't bring the hat.
I wore the hat. It's
You're
a
not
problem.
bringing the hat.
I wore the hat. What are you talking about?
I fuck with you for that, but like if you move there,
See, I moved from New Hampshire
moving
to
there,
Brooklyn,
though.
and I rock the hat. I rock Brooklyn. I rock Boston hats the entire time that I lived there. I never wore a Yankees hat. I always thought that would be just like a sin
there you
for
go.
me
That's
to
why
wear that.
I fuck with you some real NEOD shit. New England or die.
And I don't care about sports at all. I was like, I don't want to be this guy.
You would
fronting.
have pissed me off walking down the street, but
This man really is about that shit. Like,
but honestly,
he
it's
threw
not
my
like
Red
that.
Sox
I
hat
just
out
really
the window
like the
today.
Yankees. I
It's just fun,
really
yeah.
care
He
about
threw my
it.
Red
Like,
Sox hat out the window today on Snapchat shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is kind of an offensive thing
Instagram.
in the sense that, like, okay, you walk around this area. I sometimes feel that way. I see fucking these fancy ass people walking around this area,
Yo.
and it pisses me off just in the sense of like, oh, that fucking annoys me that you think that you can just walk around like there's nothing going on
There's
over here.
15-year-old kids walking down the strip in all Gucci.
Out
every
here, oh my God. And they need to be robbed. Why is nobody robbing them?
Because it's just like Soho. People ain't
Come
getting
on.
robbed like
Yeah.
that. So there's like that was
They're
crazy.
15. You gotta let them fly, man. They
I
look
seen
good.
an Asian kid
They're
in
killing
15 years old, all red Gucci, full
Yo.
head to toe, backpack.
Wow.
everything.
Like what? Who? My parents don't probably even know what Gucci is, but these parents are buying their kids like $2,000 outfits and shit. Like how?
I don't know.
Man,
Culture shock,
I had
man.
the Echo.
Hey,
that was about it.
You have no
Yeah,
idea.
Echo, Anichi,
I'm from
like-
Springfield. These motherfuckers are from New York, motherfucking. We never seen that shit. That is not happening. You was definitely getting fucked up if you.
This fool seen
Where
his
y'all
first.
shopping
His
at,
fool
Sly?
seen
Where
his
you
first
shop
like
at?
really nice cars. Like, and we just got to Beverly Hills.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
because Beverly Hills, it's all super
You
nice
never
cars
seen, like,
too.
a Rolls
yeah.
Royce?
Listen,
or anything like
when
that.
I went to New York, I was motherfucking. I was like, yo, what the fuck? What is going on? And then I came down here and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I'm just quiet. I'm just scoping everything. I'm just scoping.
In Beverly Hills, like the average car value is probably like $100,000.
That shit's
like
crazy
because
over
you
there,
might see a Civic here and there, so you also see a lot of fucking Lambos and shit.
Motherfuckers
So
are not seeing that a year where I'm at.
yeah,
Not at all.
It's not happening. I
No,
just
totally.
picked this man up.
And I always tell people that too. Like where I'm from in Nashua, New Hampshire, I don't know if I ever saw a $100,000 car growing up.
Nah,
you know?
Nashua, yeah. It's
It's a regular ass pay. People are
humble.
humble. There's no job that somebody's gonna have like where we're from that they're gonna make like an absurd amount of money. Out here, people have parents that are in Hollywood and like boom, they make $5 million a year and they buy crazy shit all the time.
Yeah, Amherst is like on some real shit, man. Where I'm from, like I'm not gonna lie, where I'm from is mad middle class, upper middle class, definitely. It's not like super rich, but masses. You can live there with some money, get a little job, and you can do your thing, But I know New England really well too, and I know Nashua, and I know this shit is it's all sorts of shit. It's all sorts of shit. But man, Amherst and shit, like Hadley, like man, we're just on some punk shit, bro. Some real punk shit. Like I just dropped out of high school and fucking did this music shit, and I didn't, I was just on my own. That
It's
was
a
what
cultural
it was.
thing,
Boom.
too, though.
I ended up at the farm, like that
Yeah.
farm shit. Boom, we moved on the farm. We had fucking rams and mules and fucking all that shit. Really, we really had that shit. And I used to go into the barn at 6 o'clock before the farmers woke up and steal eggs. Like,
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow, you're like a real
Boom, boom,
barn
boom, boom, boom.
intruder.
And then
That's
they
cool.
knew I was coming, and they would take the egg. They would try to get there before I did, and I'd be like, man, I'm just gonna
Run after you with a pitchfork. Or
no,
something?
it wasn't like that,
No.
but yeah, we did, and Farmer Joe Breezy, my guy, shouts out. He's a good dude, but he's a real farmer, and he really was like, "You're a fag," like to me.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he was like, like we had a pink BB gun, and
It's
we were
like-
shooting a BB gun. He's like, "You guys, a fag gun. Don't shoot that on my property. Don't do that." I was like, "Holy moly, man, leave me alone."
Okay,
man.
but is it okay to use casual homophobia against somebody if they're stealing your eggs?
I mean, man, he definitely had some shit that definitely irked him about us, and the
called
fact
him
that
a
we
thief. He
we
could've
wore
called
some,
him a thief,
we, we're on the
like-
farm with tight pants, just
yeah.
chilling our shirts off, like smoking weed.
Well, casual homophobia is a very
And he
big
had
part
lots
of New England
kids,
as well. The term
driveway.
gay, like, oh, you're gay, that's gay, whatever, that's like primarily a New England thing, I think.
Dude, I honestly kind of agree.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird growing up in it, but like I kind of agree, man. I think that it is, it's a really homophobic place. It's weird, or at least it's ingrained in the lingo.
I don't- yeah.
I grew up really saying that shit.
I don't think it's really
real
like
shit.
that homophobic. It's
But
just,
not, I don't
it's
think,
so normal to say
it's
stuff
just
like
really
that.
in the
Yeah.
lingo, and it shouldn't be. But
I was reading an article about
unfortunate. Don't say that stuff.
Anal Cunt, who I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. Your dad probably
Yeah, it's a
was.
punk band. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely know Anal Cunt.
grindcore, I believe, at the time. But it said in the article, like, oh, they were known for, calling things gay, which was a popular slang term in Boston. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's not everywhere. And I disagree with that. I still think people say it everywhere, but it was so big there.
Dude, there's a big just population in Boston that just really is very offensive.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
And
it's a big part
I
of
don't
the
rock
culture.
with those people.
Really, you don't?
No. I mean, like, I hope that they can come to my show and we
Hmm.
can chill and I can, talk to them. Maybe I'm sure they're good people.
Well,
but
like-
I'm just sure they're like, it's just fear shit,
Boston has a huge reputation as being super racist, but me growing up in New Hampshire, I didn't really experience that much
It's just,
of that.
man, it's just really white. That's just all it is at
Yeah.
the end of the day. It's just really white. It's just like we don't know how, where I'm from, people are like, oh, we're not racist, but like they're just not around people of color, so they don't even really know.
Right,
So
they
that's
don't-
just what it
yeah.
is at the end of the day. You just got to experience the world, and like you just got to go out and like just learn and just rock with all kinds of people.
Yeah.
But like where I'm from, it's just super white.
Yeah.
And then. I mean, you know what it is, man. You're from New Hampshire. Fucking Maine is the whitest state. New Hampshire, these are the whitest states in the country. If you look on paper, so it's just what it is. I wouldn't say that people are just all people are racist. Not at all. But it's just a super white place. It's just like how everyone who's listening to this shit is from a town where there's really white towns around, so they know how those people are. And so it's just what it is.
What is success for DJ Lucas and his movement at this point in time? Like, what do you want
I'm going to the top.
do?
I want to make songs on the radio. I want to fucking direct movies. I want to do everything. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna make TV shows. We're gonna do all that. And I don't want to. We're going to.
Are you planning on making the move out to LA?
Yeah, I live in my car right now.
But you have to leave soon, right?
No, I mean I'm going to Santa Fe tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Yeah, for a show.
nice.
And
Who are
I
you
go-
playing with?
I don't know. Machine Girl, I think.
Machine Girl.
I think I haven't really gotten that much information, but it's at a college in Santa Fe.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And then I'm going to New York, and I'll come back here.
Nice.
Be back here on the 17th. But anyone who wants to book me or anything on the West Coast, man, I'm trying to do this stuff, man. I'm on the underground punk life. You hit me up. There's no one else.
Yeah, DJ
Yeah, no
Lucas
manager.
is the one.
All that.
I don't know. I'm sold. I think DJ Lucas has a very bright future, and the whole
I definitely
Dark
have a
World
bright
collective.
future, man.
Yeah.
I've been doing this. It's time.
It is time.
And these fools are talented as fuck, and we're out here, man. And there's a lot of people that are about to go up. I'm gonna be real. It's a whole movement. It's not just me. I just got the little thingy going on. Yeah, there's a
Well,
whole
then
thing
you
going
need
on.
an ambassador for the movement. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's a couple cities, but we're putting on New York, we're putting on Mass, and we're putting on small towns like Springfield, Tennessee, some random shit. We're gonna be dropping shit where people are like, damn, what the heck is this?
do you see Dark World as almost like a manifestation of like Juggalo culture, sort of like trying to sink
I smoke a
in?
cig.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go.
you're trying to like sink in with the sort of like white trash people that don't necessarily have something to
I mean,
identify
I
with.
really want to on some real shit, man. Like on some real shit. I'm gonna speak for me right now. Like I really I really love when kids from Mass hit me up and are like, "Yo, I know that restaurant you talked about."
Yeah.
I said Salem on Halloween, Manchester by the Sea, Murphy's Pub on Halloween or some shit about Salem, and like people are like, "Oh, Murphy's Pub in Salem, yeah," and
Yeah.
like that warms my heart more than anything,
Right.
And some kid from Salem heard my song, was like, "DJ Lucas is talking about the bar I go to," you know what I mean? Just so, like that's just dope. So yeah, I'm trying to connect. Like, I said, I do it for these weird New England kids for sure.
Yeah.
That's my people.
Shout out to the weirdos, man. That's what this
I
podcast
show
is
these
about.
guys, yeah, those are my guys, man. And I love when kids make music out of where I'm from, and I love that we inspired kids to make music from where I'm from and showed them that there's like a way. And this man is doing that in Springfield. That's what I'm trying to say is like we just try to find the ambassadors of the little towns, that's really some Dark World shit. We really will find some, you know what I mean? We really the small towns.
This is a true from the ground up movement.
Yeah, that's really what we do. That's
Shouts
really
out everybody who feel they can't do nothing because you can. You just gotta
Yeah.
stick with it.
Positive slide.
Straight up.
Unless you're like a paraplegic, in which case you probably really can't do anything.
You heard that.
Nah.
No, you can still do something. You get one of those things you breathe
can
into it
definitely
and it
do
makes you
something.
move.
Shouts out on some real shit. Shouts out to the Bunnies.
live
One of the
it.
most inspiring bands I've ever seen, and they're from where I'm from. The Bunnies. And
Bunnies.
My man's is in a wheelchair, and he doesn't have a lot of movement, mobile.
He
stuff.
sings
No, but he plays drums and he plays guitar. He plays everything, and he's wild. But
drums with he can't
he
operate his
plays
legs.
The kick drum with this. He's
Wow.
boom, bah, and he's nice with it. So stuff like that. Growing up, I really grew up in a really cool experimental punk music, all kinds of shit, techno, all kinds of weird music going on where I live. 9 out of 10 shows where I live, if you're walking into a basement, someone's throwing a car door across the room with a touch microphone on it. Some real noise shit. Like where I'm from is really on some noise shit. So we grew up thinking any music was. That's why our music can be experimental sometimes and shit like that, is because we really grew up with like experimental music, something we looked up to. Bands like The Body, bands like shit like that. Wolf Eyes, like some noise bands. We really like that stuff.
Yeah, you remember Daughters?
I know who Daughters. Yeah,
They
I
were
didn't
like a
listen to them
crazy
that.
ass noise band
I
from
listened to
my
also-
era.
Yeah, definitely, man. There were some great New England bands too.
Any straight edge hardcore bands from your area or any kind of straight edge hardcore scene? Because that was kind of my scene for a while
Definitely
there.
a big ass straight edge hardcore scene. Not as much in Amherst, but there were some kids that we rocked with that were definitely part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That was just
but on a young level, more 9th, 10th grade, really. Kids who were really straight edge in 9th, 10th grade, more misfits of Amherst.
Right.
I would like to consider us the kind of the misfits of Amherst. We were a little bit more normal, but some of these kids were really misfits. They really were. They were just some wild kids in Amherst, and we chilled with them a lot. And we really started booking shows with them, stuff like that.
That's dope.
The really early Dark World stuff, like the homies when I was in Whirl. And like I really did this music stuff, man. Like my first show of my entire life on submission, my dad used to book the Middle East in Boston.
Right. Oh,
So-
that was it. Yeah.
That's what my dad really is known for in a lot
So
of ways.
you were in a lot of those shows and like seeing artists from a very young age?
Yeah, I don't remember a lot, but growing up I was just at the bar at the Middle East right there.
drinking.
My dad booked the upstairs,
Just 5 years old, just pounding beers. No.
But it's so funny because I grew up sitting at the bar, and then we go to New York City. I'd be 12, and we go to the hotel wherever we're staying with my dad or whatever. We had to go to a family trip, or I don't know. My mom had a work trip, so we'd be with my dad, and we go to the hotel, some shit, whatever little motel or whatever we're at, and there'd be a bar there, and we would go sit at the bar. And you guys are like 12, and my brother's like 10, and they're like, you guys can't sit here. And we're like, what do you mean, like? And like there's laws now, you can't have kids at bars,
Right.
but when we were growing up there wasn't that law. So
Yeah.
we, I like to think of us as like the last of our generation kind of. I was born in 93, so I remember dial up. Like I'll put it that way. I remember dial up, you know what I
I do
mean?
too.
But like kids 2 years younger than me, 3 years younger than me, 4 years younger than me,
No
sometimes
clue.
they don't remember. Definitely 6 years, 5 years, they really don't remember. I'm sure this fool probably remembers dial up. Right? You remember dial up, Sly? See, he doesn't remember dial up.
He's like, yeah, I've dialed the phone.
and he's 2 years younger than me. That's it, so.
Yeah.
I don't,
You remember the sound of dial up? See?
You think we could look that up on YouTube right now and
I'm
like
a 96.
He's 96. See, that's my guy right there. This is my young man.
I bet you could find that on YouTube. You just search like the sound of like somebody signing
But
onto
that's
the
like the
internet in
cutoff for me,
1996.
right? You
yeah.
remember dial up or you don't. You remember that sound really well. You know, I'm sure some people just had dial up still, and there's some
See, I got some stuff.
irregularities, but
I got some stuff I don't even want to talk about, like the fact that I grew up buying cassette tapes. A lot of people are like,
I remember cassettes. Yeah, of
you bought
course.
cassettes?
My first,
Okay,
my
good.
first hip hop cassette was Naughty by Nature. That was like a big thing for me. My brother, Naughty by Nature.
I think I probably did too.
1993, bro.
Yes, the one that had OPP on it.
Of course.
Wow, they probably sold 10
But
million
you know,
of those
that
things.
was at the punk store, you know, Mystery Train, where they jugged my boy Lucas Graham back in the day.
They jugged him for what?
He was a little kid and they tried to jug him real fast. He's right here and he can attest. Yes, Nod?
What?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
facts.
Like
They just like tried to charge him too much for a couple CDs, pretty much.
Wow.
I think. Yeah.
variable pricing. If I owned a record store,
But
I'd
you
probably
know,
be
I
doing
fuck
that.
with those people OD.
Yeah,
But
what
on
other
some
tape
real
did
shit,
they give you? What other
This is
tape did they
big. I'm
give
putting you on blast, but I fuck with Mystery Train. They're probably the best record store in Massachusetts. And please go there, like on some real shit. Like that's way in the past. It's a joke that we just have up between us. I didn't mean.
Well, shout out Newbury Comics at the
Newbury
Pheasant Lane
Comics is
Mall.
big, you
Also,
know,
I want to throw that in there.
first real rap CD that influenced me. I got there. You know, Naughty by Nature was at Mystery Train, and then we got Clips, House No Fury. We got Clips, Lord Willin. We got the Carter 3, and then it was Target after that. You go to Target to get the new CDs because they were cheap.
You ever buy one at Walmart that had the swears censored out?
Not at Walmart. Yeah. I guess we had Eminem really young. We had that really young.
I bought a Real Big Fish CD and it had all the swears censored
actually
out, and it
know
was
this.
terrible.
I'm gonna clean it up later.
Yeah, that's all right.
Man, fucking Eminem. These girls I used to carpool with who were older.
Carpool.
I used to carpool to school with them. They were older than me. I was like, these girls are older. And they used to listen to Eminem. And they had the swear song, the swear version, you know, the Eminem show. And I'd be in the car going to school in Boston.
White America!
And it was like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Me and Data just look at each other in the car like, whoa,
Right.
this is wild. And then we got the Tenacious D CD
Oh,
that had
God.
all the swears. And my dad was like, yo, this is why. Because my parents, my mom, you know, my mom's a Quaker. My mom was really a Quaker. She was like, no toy guns, no violent video games. You know,
Oh, that's a part of the Quaker thing too?
really big Quaker thing, biggest thing, nonviolence.
Really?
Biggest thing,
That's
no violence.
I'm super opposed to that. My personal brand of Christianity is kind of all about violence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you know, but Quakers are also very understanding, so I don't judge.
I feel like we need to keep shouting out things from New England that we want to. I want to shout out Eastern Border.
No, I shout out Matt
Eastern
New England
Border.
shit right now. This is for fucking New England.
Do this.
Right
You're
now.
w-
Real
gonna be
shit.
way better at
Let's
this than
go,
me,
man.
yeah.
Shouts out Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Real shit. Shouts out fucking Pittsfield. Co-op.
Shout out to the Garden.
The Garden, man. Shouts
Jake
out,
Seeley.
Man, fucking shouts out my man Jaquil and over there. Shouts out Amherst. I can't even say on everyone, but you know, man, just look up the squad, all of them. E-Rad, Ride or Die, fucking just everyone, man. There's too many of us.
Shout out Route 3.
And man, shouts out Burblock 360. That's Springfield, Mass. That's Wah GBB Cheese, Free Wah. Those are good people over there. Those are really great people. And then we just, man, it's too much. I can't do it. But just look up us and just really do the research because we're like an encyclopedia. You know, you're gonna go deep mad videos, and then boom, you hit New York. You hit Jaguar. You hit these fools. My man's Vinny Fanta right here.
Shout out to you
Sarquan.
for having that no jumper tattoo on your forearm right there too. Can you hold that up for the camera?
What you on the basketball?
Yeah, look at that right there. Boom.
Wow, is that?
Oh my god.
It actually, it's even the same angle,
shit.
right? Oh my god, that's fucked
They're gonna
up.
flame me for this.
Wow, that's cool, man. He did that and the
And I got
Enya
the-
tattoo. I don't know what's crazier.
The Mass Pike, baby.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Were you a Get Up Kids fan?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about them?
Nah.
Oh, you got to look up the song "Mass Pike" by the Get Up Kids.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're gonna really
Okay.
like it. It's god,
Definitely
what a
will like
banger
that.
that is. Emo legendary, and you got the ballerina on you too. Are those all your
I just had to do
tattoos?
it. No, I got the Enya,
The
and then I
Enya
got
one?
a Quaker star on my back.
Oh, cool.
And I got yeah, man, just some little stick and pokes that I hope will fade one
You
day.
should get the Quaker star, but in
Dark
red on
World
the
my
top of your
knuckles.
head.
Dark
Top
World
of your
on my
head,
knuckles.
like
Man,
Birdman.
I don't know if I can do the face tattoos.
No?
I don't know if I can do that to my mom. I don't think.
Well,
I
if you want to be a rapper, you're gonna have to.
no,
And
I
also
don't.
purple mini dreads.
I'm gonna be everything though. I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna be a singer.
Right.
I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter.
I think it would be cool
I'm
if
the
you.
new Art Garfunkel.
It'd be
pretty
cool
much.
if you had like little Uzi's hair, but like the ginger version of it.
I fuck with Lil Uzi and I like
too.
his style.
The
Because
song
he said
Buy
he
It.
liked Gigi Allen shit like that. That was cool, man.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
that
know how
made me
authentic
happy.
that was. I don't know if he knows.
I don't care if it's authentic or not because like the fact that he just even like cares to be that person, that's kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
That he's like the weirdo.
But do you
know?
think that at some point somebody was like, "Oh, Uzi, like Gigi, like molested little kids and ate his own shit"? You probably don't want to do
But
that.
like, yeah, that shit's not cool. But like, Gigi made some great music. I mean, it's just, man,
He
it's
did.
just like,
Yeah, I
I'm
was
not.
a little confused when he explained him to me. But I
Sly fucks
understand
with
a
him.
little, you know.
Gigi.
Yeah, Gigi Allen. Yeah, I fucks with Gigi Allen because he's crazy.
yeah.
I fucks with him.
Sly is a
It's
real
just
one.
different. It's like,
Time gives you a chance to sort of forget about his specific misdeeds and
Gigi
just
Allen
focus
is-
on the overall
He's
man.
a New England legend. I can't like.
But that's what makes him a legend, because the crazy shit.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
he
he
never
wrote good
done what he
songs.
done-
Honestly,
yeah.
anyone who really like listens to Gigi and is watching this really knows that he made "Bored to Death." He made "Cherry Love Affair." He made really good songs. on that
Expose
album.
yourself to kids.
Like, yeah, I mean those songs are good too, but these songs, these other songs.
That's really a Gigi Allen song
he
name. I
has
just
some
want to
horrible,
say.
horrible song names. But you know, it's a. I don't know. I'm not. You know, it's Gigi.
It's not literal.
You're right.
No,
well,
it
actually, I think
kinda
it was.
is,
but
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
It's
kind
art.
of like a problem.
Yeah, that's the.
when I say expose yourself to little kids, it's got a deeper meaning, you fools.
He's a fucking let me put it. He's a New England
this
legend.
motherfucker had interviews. I was talking to him about it. He said, "Yo, who else gets a chance?" He was on the interview. He was like, "Who else gets a chance to do this to little girls, little boys?" I was like, that was the thing that kind of like fucked
No,
me
that
up.
is very uncool. That shit made me when I was older and I watched this shit.
Probably
I
the
was
least
like,
cool thing you can do is like show a little kid your dick.
I don't know if that was. He's talking shit. He's on Jerry Springer though.
Yeah, when he was on Jerry Springer.
He's talking shit. Like
Yeah.
he's not doing all these
Yeah,
things, yo.
and that's what he's probably was doing. That's when he brought it. To
I
me.
can't
was
speak on it, but like at the end of the day,
We need like Gigi Allen fact checkers who can find
You
out
want-
if all these things are
you
true
want the
or
real
not.
Gigi Allen story?
Sure.
He like my dad told me he like made out with a man that he thought was a woman like on stage like while he was playing guitar. He was like, "Yo, that girl's so hot." And my dad was like, "That's a man," and he was like, "No, she's so hot. She's so hot. I'm gonna make out with her, man." And my dad was like, "Don't do that." Like 'cause my dad was like touring with this band. It was like a little Italian man, and he was playing guitar, and he had long hair, and he just ran on stage, started making out with him, and got kicked out of the show. But that was when he had long hair and he wasn't like a Nazi yet.
That's like as if it would have been okay to just run on stage and just grab some random woman and start making out with
yeah,
her.
I mean,
that would be weird too.
It's all bad, man. He's just on some other shit. He's just the fact that it was just a little man.
Yeah. And, you know, I think Gigi's brother Merle is still kicking. I think he's still alive.
Yeah, bro. They played Western Mass recently. I almost went, but
Really?
I didn't. Murder Junkies, you know.
Yeah. And you know,
They
Merle.
apparently have a new Gigi Allen in the band because he died, but he's just crazier. That's what people say. He's way crazier. Like he has to live up to Gigi, so he's just going too
Oh, I
hard.
need to know about this.
Yeah, we'll find out.
And
one
you
day.
know, the Merle thing that's really noticeable is that he has the Hitler
what I heard.
mustache, but then it's so long that it's way past his upper lip. It
Dude,
goes.
these dudes are just problems.
I wonder if he still
this
has
is just
that.
problems. I don't want to talk about this shit anymore.
Yeah, it's really weird that we ended this whole
No,
interview
it's-
talking about that.
I like
but-
Gigi, but this shit is like, yeah, that shit is definitely fucked up.
So just to reiterate, Dark World, DJ Lucas, Adam 22, No Jumper. We do
Fucking-
not support
no,
Gigi
no.
Allen's specific misdeeds. We just support
Definitely
sort
not.
of his overall legacy.
Absolutely, yeah,
you know,
and just New England supporting, artists, each other, that kind of shit, man.
even if they've been dead for 20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to.
So for DJ Lucas fans and Dark World fans, they want to get deep in there.
Like Emily Dickinson.
Emily Dickinson, though, like exactly, she's been dead for a
More than Gigi
long
Allen?
time.
Emily Dickinson and
Long time.
and Gigi Allen may or may not be related.
They're definitely not.
No?
No,
Crazy collab right there.
Give me a last word here. Give me something to end this on. Something that means a lot to you.
man, that means a lot. We're just out here, DJ Lucas. I'm a Quaker, and I love basketball, and I'm kind of drunk. And man, honestly, it's just like there's a movement going on that is bubbling. I'm gonna just put it that way, and we're just about to. There's a volcano that's about to erupt. Hopefully,
Hey,
it's just any day.
if you're part of this movement, hit us in the comments. Thank you very much to all these boys for coming through. I am very, very glad that we got to have you guys on the podcast, doing it big for New England culture, Dunkin' Donuts culture, et cetera, et cetera. And
Duncan, this is for
thank you,
Duncan.
man. This is for
please.
Duncan. This episode is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Joke's on you. I bet you didn't know until now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey,
DJ.
thank you guys. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes. Pow, 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 pow.
DJ. Fuck yeah. All right, we did it. I'm so wavy right now, yo. Look. We did it, man. We did it for Duncan. New England is gonna erupt on this, though.
Exactly.
It's literally gonna be
That's what's important.
ridiculous. Like New
They're
England
going to be
is.
so hyped.
We really talked about New England.
Yes.
That's really dope.
All these kids are going to be like, damn, I'm not a loser.
This cat snapped on me twice.
Let's go.
Yeah,
And we put
you can't be fucked with me no more.
Wow, that cat is so cozy right now.
If you don't fuck with me, you're a stupid dumb idiot.